Hey, friend, it's Paul here. You know, the old guy who's been around the block a few times, 80 years and still kicking. Now, I want to tell you about something that shook me to my core and taught me lessons I never wanted but am grateful for. It's about surviving a heart attack when you're alone after 60. And trust me, this is serious stuff, so buckle up. Picture this. A quiet afternoon, the sun lazily filtering through the curtains, and me, sitting in my favorite recliner, the one that's molded perfectly to my shape after all these years. Suddenly, I felt this weird tightness in my chest. Not like the usual aches or pains I'd had over the years. No, this was different. It was like an elephant decided to park itself right there, pressing down with all its might. At first, I shrugged it off. Maybe too much chili last night, or perhaps indigestion from that extra slice of pizza. You know how stubborn we seniors can be, ignoring signs and pretending we're invincible. But then, the pressure grew, and a cold sweat broke out on my forehead. My left arm started tingling and then went numb. Now that's when the panic started to creep in. I knew deep down something was seriously wrong. I was home alone, no one to call out to, no one to help me. That's when I realized how vulnerable we can be, especially as we get older, live by ourselves. But let me tell you, friend, it's in moments like these that knowledge and calmness can save your life. First things first, listen to your body. It's like that wise old friend who's been whispering warnings all along. Chest discomfort, tightness, pain spreading down your arm, jaw, neck. These aren't just random aches. They're your heart screaming for help. And ignoring them, that's the biggest mistake you can make. I remember trying to convince myself it was nothing, just a passing thing. But my gut told me otherwise. So what did I do next? I reached for my phone. Tip number 2 is always keep your phone within arm's reach. Don't let it be tucked away in some distant room or buried under piles of magazines. Trust me, scrambling to find it when your chest feels like it's on fire is no joke. I had my phone right beside me on the recliner. My hands were shaking, heart pounding like a drum solo, but I managed to dial 911. The operator's calm voice was like a lifeline. She told me exactly what to do, step by step, to keep myself safe while waiting for help. That leads me to tip 3. Call emergency services immediately. Don't hesitate. Don't think you're bothering anyone. Your life depends on that call. While waiting for the ambulance, I remembered a little trick I'd heard about, chewing aspirin. Tip number 4, if you're not allergic and your doctor approves, chew 1 aspirin during a heart attack. It helps thin the blood and can reduce the severity of the attack. I grabbed one, chewed it, and washed it down with a bit of water. It was a small thing, but it gave me some hope. Tip number 5 is something that sounds easier than it is. Stay calm and rest. Easier said than done, right? But panicking only makes your heart work harder. I sat back, leaned against the chair, and tried to take slow, deep breaths. My old cat, Whiskers, jumped onto my lap and started purring. That little guy's timing was impeccable. Pets really do sense when something's wrong. If you have nitroglycerin prescribed, tip number 6 is to use it exactly as your doctor instructs. It opens up blood vessels and eases pain, but be careful. Don't take it if you're unsure or haven't been told to by your physician. Tip number 7 is never drive yourself. It's tempting to try, but it's too risky. Call for an ambulance and wait. Paramedics can begin treatment immediately, and every minute counts. While waiting, I made sure my door was unlocked so the paramedics wouldn't waste time. I also kept my medical info written down on the fridge. Allergies, medications, emergency contacts, stuff that can make a difference. When the ambulance arrived, I felt relief wash over me. The paramedics were professional, calm, and reassuring. They hooked me up to oxygen and started monitoring me. I realized how fragile life is, but also how strong the human spirit can be when you refuse to give up. At the hospital, tests confirmed what I feared, a heart attack. Treatment started right away. I spent days recovering, reflecting on what happened and what I could do better. After that ordeal, I changed my life. I started walking every day, no matter how slow or short. I swapped fried foods for grilled fish and veggies. I embraced medications like old friends. Most importantly, I learned to listen to my body and never ignore warning signs. Now, friend, I want you to take these tips to heart. Keep your phone close, know the symptoms, call for help fast, chew aspirin if you can, stay calm, use meds properly, and never drive yourself. Remember, it's not about fearing a heart attack, but being prepared. I'm living proof that with knowledge and quick action, you can survive one, even when you're alone. Stick with me, and I'll share more stories and tips. And hey, if you find this useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me keep sharing these life-saving stories with you. All right, let me tell you about what happened next, how recovery became its own journey. After that terrifying experience, my life took on a new rhythm, one that I never expected but learned to embrace. Recovery from a heart attack isn't just about healing your body. It's about transforming your entire lifestyle, mindset, and habits, especially for us seniors. One of the first things I had to do was get moving. I know what you're thinking. Paul, at 80, walking sounds like a marathon. But trust me, it's not about speed. It's about consistency. Starting small, even just a few steps to the mailbox and back, can rebuild your strength and boost your heart health. My legs felt like they were made of jelly at first, and I stumbled more times than I'd like to admit, but every step was a victory. Then came the medication routine. Oh boy, the pills. Blood pressure meds, blood thinners, cholesterol-lowering drugs. It felt like I was running a pharmacy in my kitchen. At first, I was overwhelmed. Who knew you had to be such a pharmacist for yourself? Setting alarms on my phone helped me stay on track, and I never skipped a dose. Your heart doesn't negotiate when it comes to medication, believe me. Now, the diet change was another mountain to climb. Goodbye fried chicken and potato chips. Hello steamed veggies, fresh fruits, and lean proteins. I'll be honest, it wasn't love at first bite. I missed the crispy goodness and salty flavors. But over time, I discovered some delightful recipes that kept my taste buds happy and my heart healthier. I'm talking grilled salmon with lemon and herbs, colorful salads, and even a little dark chocolate now and then. Life's too short to miss out on everything. Stress became my new nemesis. I learned that managing stress is as important as taking medicine. Meditation and light yoga became my companions. Sitting quietly, focusing on my breath, helped calm the racing thoughts and lowered my blood pressure. And the best part? No fancy studio needed, just a quiet corner in my living room. Sleep was sacred. I aimed for at least 7 hours a night, though with age, sleep can be elusive. I tried warm chamomile tea and avoided screens before bedtime. On rough nights, I'd remind myself that rest is part of healing, not a luxury. Regular doctor visits became non-negotiable. I made it a habit to share every ache, pain, or change with my healthcare providers. Early detection of issues can prevent bigger problems down the road. Remember, friend, your doctors are your partners in this journey. And the emotional side, it's real and sometimes tough. There were days I felt fragile, scared, and even angry. But leaning on family and friends helped. Don't hesitate to ask for help or just to talk. Support is powerful medicine. Now, a funny thing about aging, you find humor in unexpected places. Like the time I tried yoga and ended up tangled like a pretzel. Or when my walker got a flat tire. Okay, that never happened, but it should have. Humor keeps the spirit light. In closing this chapter, I want you to remember that surviving a heart attack alone is possible with knowledge, preparedness, and a bit of grit. Change your habits, listen to your body, lean on loved ones, and cherish every heartbeat. You've got this, friend, and I'm here to walk with you every step of the way. So what do you say? Ready to take these steps together?